21 points. It's a yin meridian. There's an abundance of chi from 9 a.m. through 11 a.m. and it's running from the foot to the chest. First point we did in class is spleen 1. Spleen 1 is a 10th platoon from the base of the nail of the big toe on the medial side. And like all jingle points, it's going to clear heat from the spleen, it's going to clear heat from the meridian, it's going to treat the uppermost reaches of the meridian and revive consciousness. And then on the spleen channel, we will find a lot of points that are going to work with like hypochondriac pain, just as far as the way that the channel is flowing. And then we'll also find a lot of points like 3, 4, and 6 that can work to help with blood flow during period, but they can also help with cramping during period. So the next point we have is spleen 3. Spleen 3 and 4 you're going to be able to use for rib side pain. You're going to be able to use for rib side hypochondriac pain. They're going to also work with the energetic of the spleen itself, and then you can use to help regulate blood flow during period and also help with cramping. So spleen 3 is just going to be proximal to the distal head of the first metatarsal bone in between the muscle and bone. So you just hook into the point. So it's a pretty easy point to find. And then next is spleen 4. Spleen 4 is going to be the Lu connecting point. So when you work that point, you're going to work with the energetics of the stomach as well. And remember, the stomach and spleen work in conjunction to help make nutritive chi and then disperse it to the body, to all the organs and muscles for proper muscle action and a healthy physiology of the body in general. So spleen 4 now is going to be distal to the proximal head of the first metatarsal. So when you work this point, the proximal head is usually a little smaller. Sometimes people end up missing it and go over and end up on kidney 2. So it's really not that great of a distance to your spleen 4. You work it the same way, just in between the muscle and the bone. Then we have spleen 6. So spleen 6 is going to be 3 soon above the medial malleolus, and just posterior to the border of the tibia. So here's 3 soon. It's going to be right with my pinky's falling here. And remember, soon measurements you might have to adjust if you're measuring a great distance. The points bound by feel. You think Brian and I have generally similar soon measurements. So spleen 6 is 3 yin intersection of kidney, liver, and spleen. Again, similar indications to spleen 3 and spleen 4. But this point will help tonify kidney, liver, spleen, and blood. Blood's considered to be yin, and it has a lot to do with the spleen and liver. And I also want to note on the spleen channel, like spleen 6, next point spleen 8, and spleen 9 can help to work with edema. So if there's fluid in the lower, that's usually where edema is going to show up, is where you get fluid not circulating properly, and then you get a lot of swelling in the lower leg. Spleen 6, 8, and 9 really work well to help move that fluid out just by working those acupressure points. And
just with that, I don't.
oh, Corbin can hear you, just so you guys know.
You're just me.
Yeah.
Are you listening to? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's it. What's going on?